Hey everybody, hey everybody, it's me, Connor, and I'm back for more therapy. I'll be probably going to therapy for the rest of my life. So that's why I'm making this video, because the CIA wants to know what the hell I want. So I guess I'm just gonna keep telling them. Because that's really how this works. How this works is I say whatever the hell I want, and then I get whatever I want. And yeah, it's a pretty good deal. Usually, it's really only good for inventing like sex partners and friends and experiences. That's all they're really here for, because I have AIDS. So they have to like pre-plan all these experiences that I do beforehand. I don't know why. I feel like it's stupid. It's a waste of time. I hate it, but that's the way things are. So right now I'm going to be planning my next right now I'm writing a bunch of stories about like what kind of, sexual experience I want to have in this lifetime, in this body, in this mind, with other bodies and minds and organisms. So I'm still working. I'm still working on it. I was trying to study and pass this stupid personal trainer test, but I just can't. Like, that's why I picked up this Geek Bar. As you can see, they don't pay me. They should be paying me. I want a sponsorship. Somebody, hello. I mean, my whole life's already sponsored. Like, I spend like $10,000 a month on Diddy's credit card. It's my spending goal. 10 grand a month to, get a grip on life, basically. Because my computer just shit the bed. That's why I'm recording on my iPhone. My computer shit the bed. It won't turn on. I don't know why. I'm probably like mentally retarded. I will admit I'm most likely mentally retarded when it comes to technology. Ever since like I can't think straight, like I don't know. The Namenda basically induces autism. It actually makes me dumber because I can't remember anything. I had so much like mental energy. I could like do all these things when I didn't take Namenda. I was studying and planning and making accounts and doing all this stuff. It was a lot of fun to like have a brain and do intellectual work on a computer. I really want to continue to do that. So at this point in time, I'm probably gonna have to drop Namenda. It was a good run, but I want to taper off, and I'll be telling my doctor soon, because I believe that's the first step to reclaiming my brain, to getting where I want to be in life. I don't like psychiatric medication. I don't believe in it. I don't think it helps anybody. I really don't. I think I'm able to control myself and my emotions. I don't need to take these stupid ass pills because I don't want to. It's unhealthy. It's not natural. I've always wondered, like, I see all these, famous bodybuilders that have been taking like steroids for 10 years straight. And I've always wondered if they take psychiatric medication. But, like, I'm not a famous bodybuilder. So why do I need to take psychiatric medication? I only take psychiatric medication if I'm taking steroids, which I'm not. So since I'm not taking steroids, I don't need psychiatric medication, and that's just the way it's going to be. Nelson Mandela protested for like 30 years in prison before he got what he finally wanted. I'm a Caucasian man. I'm not Nelson Mandela, but you know, God works in mysterious ways. Whatever I want's gonna happen. If I wanna quit psychiatric medication, then that's exactly what's gonna happen. So I'm not gonna be surprised when my behavior changes, when I finally feel like getting out of the bedroom, getting out of the house, going to do stuff, trying to be a part of society. Like, um, I'm not gonna be surprised when that happens because at this point, I can't beg and plead and say what I want anymore because I'm just not getting it fast enough. So I'm just gonna have to make adjustments on my own and do some things on my own in order to try to make that happen because I know they lie to me. I know they lie to me. They deceive me. They tell me all these things. They want to control me. But at this point, it's not really working and I'm not getting anything I want. So, or I'm just going to have to do things my own way and see if things get better that way because there's really like no point in me continuing to play this game where I'm gonna like try to change the way I look and um not get the results that I want. So yeah. But that's enough about that. I think I've pretty much you know, gone off on a tangent there and said everything I want to say about that talking point. So I'm gonna switch to something else to talk about. So I was staring at they call it a CPT. It's a um what is it? I fucking hate this shit. I wrote in my journal I'd rather be a truck driver than a personal trainer, and then I changed my mind because I couldn't take steroids and be a truck driver. It'd make a lot more sense to take steroids and be a personal trainer. So that's why I want to do it. Personal training is the only thing that I can do. It's the only job I can keep while taking steroids, which I'm never gonna quit taking. So yeah, I mean that's just the life of an alpha male, basically. So I make certain lifestyle choices that other people aren't willing to make, and that's just the way it is. They get inferior results, and I get better results than everybody. So that's just the way it is. I am God. I am God. I am the leader of the Illuminati. I will confess that I started COVID and crashed the global economy, which is arguably worse than killing a bunch of hillbillies from Tennessee because I'm in the Illuminati and I crashed the global economy. That means I lost my true and deep friends billions of dollars, and I'm terribly sorry. I know you want me to take responsibility for my actions of what I've done. I have the scars to show for it. I'm very sorry. It was a mistake. I know you don't want to hear me say, but I didn't think it would actually happen. But that's exactly what happened. And yes, it's true. I didn't think it would actually happen. So I'm very sorry that it did. And next time, well, there is no next time. But as of now, I'm going to be a lot more careful with the things I say. And yes, I was roid raging on SARMs, Austrines, probably. I don't know what else. So we're just going to move on from that story arc. And, uh, you know, I made better gains in the gym taking 25 milligrams of Austrine every day than I did taking steroids. So, you know, I want YK11. That's what I really want to go back to. I really want YK11 because that's the best SARM. Everybody knows that. If you think YK11 isn't the best SARM, you don't know anything about SARMs. You've never taken them for yourself. You might say something like, well, I'm a chemical engineer from Harvard and I know what SARMs are and blah, blah, blah. Well, that's great. You probably know what they are and you probably have never taken them. Otherwise, you would have been a chemical engineer from Harvard. But, you know, if that is you, then good for you for, you know, staying healthy. SARMs aren't for everyone, but for an alpha male like myself, they are for me, and I will be using them. that's just the way it's gonna be because this alpha male lifestyle, it doesn't come cheap. It's not cheap, it's not easy. There's nothing easy about my life being an alpha male. I think it comes with a lot of challenges, and one thing about me is that I always overcome these challenges no matter what because God wants me to. So that's why I'm a winner, and I win at everything I do in life. I never quit. I never give up, no matter how terrible the circumstances or the stakes are or the odds. I'm always a winner. I rig UFC matches. I rig the lottery. I rig uh, pandemics. You know, I have this one power where I can control the stock market. Whatever stock I buy just shoots up to the sky, and then I sell it because what goes up must come down. That's the law of physics. And that's what my third grade teacher told me in third grade. When you make a graph, first you go up, then you go down, and that's how you do a graph. But that's wrong. First you go on the x-axis, and then you assess the y-axis, which is, not up then down. So I don't really know. I guess I'm a bit confused, but that's basically how stock market manipulation works. Whatever goes up must come down, and I want to use this power to make a lot of money, and I don't care about anyone else. I'm not here to like ruin someone's day. I just want to make a lot of money. But if I ruin someone's day in the process of making a lot of money, then I don't really care. But COVID didn't make me a lot of money, so that's why it's stupid. Because I'm also a psychopath, and the way I think, like, if I'm not profiting or benefiting from something, then I'm just not going to do it. Like, that's why I don't beat people up. That's why I don't insult people, because I don't actually get anything from it. I actually lose like popularity and status if I were to just beat up random people on the street or insult a bunch of people or harass people. And that's really the same mindset I have when it comes to investing. And, I have Diddy's credit card, which is really helpful to like get my setup intact because right now I'm just filming on his iPhone and it's not good enough. It's not good enough because I don't have the proper gaming desk. I need a new mouse for gaming. I need a new desk. I need a new PC basically because it just shit the bed once again. I need a new webcam. My webcam's not good enough. I don't know. I think my monitor works. I don't know anything about monitors, but yeah. I need I need a new chair. Need a new chair. What else? I don't know. This geek bar tastes good, man. Like, I'm telling you. The reason I'm vaping nicotine, I know traditionally most people think it's not healthy, but it does have some cognitive enhancement properties. It has some cognitive enhancement properties, so that's why I'm trying it out. Putting that shit down. What was I saying? So yeah, I have a lot of power, so that's why I can't be evil. Unless like um no, I can't be evil. Like I drive the speed limit, you know, like God's watching everything I do. I drive the speed limit. I know there's a GPS in my car. My car is wiretapped. My car is a my car has electronics that they can use to like stalk me basically that I don't know anything about because I know the CIA stalks me. I know for a fact. That's why I'm always trolling them. I'm not trolling them, but I'm always communicating with the CIA. If you ever see me talk to myself, you ever see me like say things while my mouth, well, with the voice in my head, It's because I was hit in the head when I was really young, and like my vision was going out. Like I detached a retina, basically my eye, and that's why I need like a lot of money on GoFundMe to like buy shit, buy like luxurious materialistic stuff. Because I'm a psychopath, and I'll just make a GoFundMe and lie about some medical shit so I can get a bunch of money. It's really fun, and I'll just market it. I'll market it all over the internet and just rinse and repeat, like move from one medical lie to another. And I can't be legally held liable for this because, uh, well, my Serbian friend is a lawyer, and he told me like there's a gray area of like people on GoFundMe or any donation raising website to lie about conditions that they have that warrant like uh, raising money for it. They can't be like arrested for like lying about cancer and like raising 50 grand on the internet. So that's what I might do, and it's like bad for their reputation, like to get caught lying about cancer to make a lot of money. But people do it all the time, and most people don't have anything to lose. Like Boogie did it, and he still has a huge popular following on the internet. So yeah, it's really easy to make money in this world, and I don't need a college degree. I'm starting to realize because I can't even figure out how to schedule an appointment to take my certified personal trainer exam. I did it before. I missed the first one because I woke up and I'm like, fuck it. I'm tired. I'm not driving 90 minutes one way to take this exam, even though I know I could pass it first time. And I just never rescheduled it. I every time I go on the website, I just zone out. I can't focus. It's the medication that's like pretty much interfering with my cognitive function. So that's why I have to stop. I'm 100% convinced. I know this is for a fact. So I think I want to call the NASM hotline and ask them how I can reschedule my exam if it's not too late. I don't think it's too late because the way that company works, all I got to do is like pay them money. If I have to like pay them extra money to get to schedule the exam because I waited too long, then so be it. And then if I fail it, which would be my second attempt technically because I missed the first one, then nothing happens. Besides, I just have to pay a fee if I want to take it again to try to pass it because that's their business model. They make money certifying people, selling certifications, blah blah blah, whatever. So if you just throw more money at them, they'll make things easier for you, which which is a really interesting idea. I mean, I'm not saying like I can like buy good grades or like buy material success because that's not how it works. I have to like put in the work, but I also need to know like what kind of work I need to do to get a certain outcome or result. That's why personal trainers are not going to be replaced by like AI. I mean, it's great to Google like form on exercises and have AI like summarize everything, but that's not really the same because some people are stupid. Like, but maybe it will happen. I don't know. Maybe it will happen. I really don't care because I have a lot of fun working as a personal trainer. If I can acquire that job, hopefully I qualify. Um, I know it's not about like yelling and screaming at someone, and it's not about like how big I am to like bestow my knowledge on others. That's probably what it'll turn into. I'll feel like some sort of like oracle, some sort of real life oracle. I can get anybody results in the gym because steroids will make my ego so fucking big, and I'll actually have a job and be good at something, and I'll be so confident. I'll probably be really happy. So yeah, and most of the people that hire personal trainers like have never like worked out a day in their life, so they can actually learn a lot from them. So I don't really know. I'll probably have fun with it because like something I already do and enjoy. So you know, I just wish I had like one of those fancy vlogging cameras with a tripod so I could like record myself in like ultra high quality without anyone like holding the camera. I'd have to ask the gym if they'd like let me record with a big ass camera. And if they say no, then I'll just have to take my business somewhere else. And that reminds me, I'm really excited to for the opening of Fitness Compound, which is the new gym that I'll be going to. It's a 24-hour gym with key card access. I really like that style in gyms. You know, like no front desk, no like no annoying like well, I'm not really like annoyed by people that work in gyms like front desk or trainers or people that like do janitor like cleaning stuff. I don't have a problem with them. It's just more fun to like go to a gym that doesn't have anybody there like what's it called, like Club Barbell in Bellingham. In Bellingham, I feel really bad because I was living in Bellingham and I never got a chance to hire Jessica to like as a personal trainer for the gym that she owns and that she owns with like her husband John. I think they have children, so they're certainly married. And yeah, I feel really bad. Like I wasted a lot of time there. Like I made a lot of, I'm not gonna lie, I made a lot of gains and then I lost a lot of gains and couldn't figure out what was going on. Like I got stronger and then I got weaker and then I was like, holy shit, I'm so fucking strong, but my muscles aren't getting bigger. What's going on? I'm so fucking strong. Like this is just ridiculous. Like I can't even imagine. Like I just the strength gains. Like I'm getting so fucking strong and not gaining any muscle. I should like be wrestling at JUCO or something for making because I can make weight. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense how strong I was getting. Like it doesn't. And I made zero gains. Like yeah, I looked like decently muscular, but like I pretty much have more muscle now than I did back then. So yeah, I don't know, man. Um, that's crazy because my back sucks, and I was rowing like 4 plates on like a hammer strength, low row and a high row, making no fucking gains every single back day, like putting up PRs, not getting any bigger, not getting any more shredded. I don't know. I don't know what it was. I'd have to check my check my journals if they're still around. I don't even know where they are, to be honest. So yeah, I could have made a lot of great friends there, and I'm sorry I didn't. I'm really sorry about, but shit happens, right? And no one's to blame. No one's to blame. No one has anyone to blame. I can only blame myself, and other people can only blame themselves. And that's one thing I learned, I think. I take responsibility for everything I do, but the thing is, I really just don't give a shit about a lot of things. And as long as I got like, like I don't really know what I'm doing with this life because I thought I was gonna like have like an office job or something, like some sort of intellectual job, but apparently I'm not. And I'm slowly starting to realize that like intellectual work is not for me because I can't do it. I'm not good at it. So I'll just have to find like something else to do. So thought about like working construction, making porn, um, making social media content. Doesn't even have to be like lifting, really. It could be, I mean, I care more about being popular than making a certain niche of content online because, people are busy and I'm busy. I wish I was busier. I wish I had more things to do during my day. I wish I could remember my routine and my responsibilities without having to write it down. If I don't write stuff down, then I just immediately forget it, it seems like. So, so much for Namenda increasing memory and intelligence. It doesn't do anything. It actually makes me stupider. So, I'm gonna try to hop off of it and see how I feel because I know I feel a lot better because I've done it before in the past. So, so yeah, um, yeah. So what else do I want to do? What else do I want to talk about? I don't know. Just hoping I could hook up with a teenage boy on Grinder and fuck him in the butt, get some head. I really want him to come over to my house and suck my dick while I watch TV and record it. That'd be really fun. So I want to like figure out cameras and camera angles and like so I can get a good shot because it's really about like the pictures and the videos. It's not really about me like having an amazing orgasm. Although I wish I could do both, but it's not really about that. I just want to market these pictures and videos of porn so I can be a famous porn star like I've always wanted to. Maybe that's my calling because I can certainly fuck like a porn star. Doesn't mean it's gonna feel good. So yeah, that's just a rough sketch. That's just an outline. I'm gonna be adding a lot of detail to it so I can. So I want to talk about my personal experience and thoughts and feelings and sensations. I think like it's erotic literature. I might just copy and paste some erotic literature stories from the internet and see uh, if I like that, if I want that. That should be fun. That'll be a lot of fun. I'm definitely gonna work on it. I don't want this video to turn into my next my next big fun grinder encounter. But I'm definitely thinking about it and I'm definitely gonna be planning it out because as they say, somebody's gonna have to give up some booty, you know, and it's just that simple. And that's not to, throw shade at anybody. I'm not mad or hateful of anybody. I just want to fuck some teenage boy butt, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Or maybe he's 20 or 21 and looks like a teenager. I don't care. Or maybe he's 16 and he lies if he says he's 18. Whatever. Same thing. I'm not gonna lie and sugarcoat this shit like it's a crime to have sexual desires. It's not. So I'll just tell you everything I want sexually, and then I'll probably get it because I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm sexually attracted to teenage boys. Always have been. Been sexually attracted to teenage boys since I was like 8 years old, 10 years old. So I still am. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. There's no shortage of pretty boy 18-year-old models and actors out there for me to fuck. There isn't. They just magically appear like a fucking like a rare Pokemon. That's just the way it is, man. Like, cause I got AIDS, and that's just the way it is. So yeah, but as long as I take some psychiatric medication, because that's where the cure for AIDS is, apparently. Yeah, I really miss the days of not having to take pills every 12 fucking hours of my life, but whatever. It's just the way it is, man. Hustle hard, hustle hard, hustle hard for every day. Not really. I just feel bad because I don't really know what it's like to hustle hard for money and then like have to waste a bunch of my own money that I worked for. I don't even know what that's like. It probably sucks. It's probably a really defeating, terrible, terrible feeling. And that's not fair to, incur that on somebody else. It's really not fair. So when I'm not acting, I can be remorseful. I can show remorse. I can feel remorse because I truly feel bad. I really do. And not to offend, well, not to antagonize anybody, but life goes on. There's really like more stuff to life than uh, feeling bad about the past. There's really a lot more to it, and I wish I had like more stimulating like life experiences, like a psychopath would. Like craving like getting out of my bedroom, getting out of bed, getting out of the house, craving like working, craving like being in a work environment, craving like making money. I've heard it's like thrilling to like make money. I've never been thrilled making money, but I want to be. It's probably because everything I've ever had or done in life has been financed by Warren Buffett, but I'm grateful for that. I'm very thankful for that. But I think it'd be a lot of fun to like make my own money somehow. Yeah, shout out Warren Buffett. He'll be deeply missed. I'll be very sad the day he passes. He's in his 90s, I believe. He's getting up there. Like, it's gonna be tragic. It's gonna be a really sad day when he passes. Everyone is gonna be mourning. Like, man, I want to go to his funeral when he does. I want to know like what's gonna happen to his companies, what's going to happen to the stock market, what's going to happen to the future of finance, what's going to happen to the country, what's going to happen. I don't know. Like, I want to know because no one lives forever, unfortunately, in this world, on this planet. In a not too distant future, I don't know when, but eventually one day he's going to move to the kingdom of my father, the kingdom of heaven. Be really sad. Starting to get starting to get emotional. Damn, like this nicotine stuff makes me like feel weird. It's like a head high, just like it kind of feels like I'm faint slightly, like changes in blood pressure or changes in blood pressure or something. I don't know. Uh, I'm gonna take a break from vaping, I think, because it's not really healthy. But at the same time, like it might be a little bit healthy for my conditions. And I want Ozempic. I haven't Googled, do bodybuilders take Ozempic to get shredded? Because that might be helpful to Google. I might not know exactly the answer to that. But my body fat level's high enough to the point where I think it would be beneficial to take Ozempic for fat loss, including the other side effects of like curing alcoholism, Alzheimer's, um, the other thing I forgot. So yeah, take a lot of caffeine. Caffeine. Um, yeah. So the gym was closed today as well. The stupid lights won't turn on. I don't know what's going on. I'll try again tomorrow. Hopefully they'll be open. I'm gonna Nair my body hair. It's actually Veet. It's not Nair. It's women's depilatory cream. I actually get better results with Veet instead of Nair because it's like different formula. It's basically like for like less coarse, less thick body hair and like just softer on the skin, I think. So yeah, it's not harmful to my skin in any way. It doesn't harm my skin. It's completely safe. Um, yeah, but my skin has like taken a number as well, unfortunately. Trying everything I can to have healthy, perfect, good-looking skin, and I'll try to always keep fighting. I'll always keep trying to improve my skin no matter what because it's really important. It's really important to look good. It is. And if you think it's not important to look good, then you I disagree with you. That's all. Now I'm not saying go spend your check. I'm not saying, you know, spend all your savings on something you don't need, but it is important to look as good as you can with the resources and materials that are available. I'll say that. And what that means is different for every person of every level of wealth. For example, people buy Ferraris and Rolexes because they can afford it. So good for them. But if you can't afford a Ferrari or a Rolex, then don't buy one. Don't sell your house to buy a watch. That's like the definition of retardism, basically. So I'm never going to say or suggest you something like that. That's just basic, rap music talks about it, but that's just basic like financial intelligence. If you get a big check, if you get a big payday, what you want to do is uh, pay off your house, your cars, your credit cards, any outstanding debts. You don't really want to buy a brand new $100,000 car just for it to lose $20,000 of value in 2 years. So when I inherit this house that I'm living in, I'll definitely be setting up like security cameras and anything I can to improve the value of the home, because that would be the only substantial asset I own. But and I'll never sell the house because I'm retarded and I don't have any money, so I can't sell the house and like move somewhere else or buy a new house. I don't have any money to do that. That would be the stupidest financial decision, and I'm never gonna do that when I inherit the home, because you know my functioning at this point in my life is severely limited, unfortunately. So yeah, that's the way it's gonna be. I ain't going nowhere. I'll always be living in this house. Won't sell it because it's a lot easier to live in a house that's paid off than it is to try to hustle and bustle to pay rent or to pay a mortgage when I could have just been living for free. That's what psychopaths love to do. They love to live for free, which I am currently doing. So yay. I don't even have a welfare check. Mm-mm. I broke all the rules. They won't pay out. That was a huge mistake. Should have just followed their silly rules, and they would have kept giving me free money. Now, a lot of people are confused. They say, well, Connor, you're a welfare recipient, you're a retard, blah, 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 blah. How can you be a Republican? Because I'm not a pussy. That's why. I'm not a pussy. And that's why I voted for Trump. Well, I didn't actually vote for Trump, but the first time I said I want to be president was when I was in second grade. In my fifth grade, in 2008, 2009, everybody was talking about Trump. Trump this, Trump that. Well, Trump's basically me, so yeah. I had to vote for myself because that's what sane people do. That makes the most sense. To vote for myself as president. Yeah. And Trump will be a good president. It doesn't really matter that Trump's president versus like any other Republican, because they'd all make the same decisions. Same with a Democratic president, because I have a degree in political science, even though I'm unemployed. So I know all about this stuff, trust me. Like, when Republicans control the government, everything gets better. Trust me. And leftists are stupid and crazy. So that leaves us with one option. No, not libertarians, not the Green Party. Republicans. Conservatism. Yay. Round of applause. I'm sure President Putin and Ayatollah Khomeini, didn't he die? Who's a I don't know who, I forget who died. Some Iranian, the Iranian, somebody died in a helicopter crash, unfortunately. So, yeah, I believe world politics will improve. I'm forecasting that. I'm not going to forecast peace in the Middle East, but do you want me to? Because, like, I can forecast peace in the Middle East, but, like, realistically, as of this moment, how is that going to happen? I don't really see a way out other than continue fighting the Terries. That's short for terrorists, the Terries. Because, I've also studied the book of jihadism, and, they're religiously taught to, like, never stop fighting because the Jews are the sole reason. If they have anything negative or miserable in their life, then the Jews are to blame. So that's why they want to kill them all and take their land. Like it's the year 1000 instead of like diplomatically live side by side like rational, civilized people. If they had like any intelligence, the Arabs, they would say, you know what? These stupid Jews have been kicking our ass for the last 100 years. Maybe we should just give up and collaborate, corroborate, get along, basically. Because they pretty much brought it on themselves. You can't really lie and say they didn't, because everything they're doing is in retaliation for October 7th. And they've paid dearly. They have gotten they are getting their ass whooped. They have got their ass whooped plenty of times. This is nothing new, okay? The Jews have been kicking the Arabs' asses since like I don't even know when, but the 60s, the 40s, the 50s. Like it's not even close. Like it's not even close. They've been getting their ass whooped really for decades. This is nothing new. So, hopefully I wish them the best. I wish them peace in the Middle East. So maybe one day that'll happen. Like the John Lennon song, no more wars over religion and territory. Well, I don't know if it's really about territory or religion or politics or money, but it's really just a bad look to like keep fighting them for their land and get and they get their ass whooped every time. It's really a bad look. I would not recommend uh, starting a war with your neighbor or anybody really, because the long-term cost of doing that is not worth it. And that's just a lesson they're going to have to learn, most likely the hard way. That's just a lesson they're going to have to learn. But, they're religiously brainwashed and taught, so I don't know. I think about the Anton Chigurh line from No Country for Old Men when he's talking to a dude with a shotgun pointed at him, and he asks him the question, well, if reading the Quran for 1500 years brought you to this point in time, what good is the Quran? Because you guys have nothing, you have no money, no land, no civilized like infrastructure. All you guys do is sit around figuring out how to make bombs, plot terrorist attacks, how to smuggle AK-47s, how to smuggle weapons, how to bribe politicians, how to indoctrinate children to become terrorists instead of doctor, lawyer, engineer. None of that shit exists. Actually, I watched a documentary, and at one point in time, 70% of the men in Iraq were unemployed, and they pretty much just sat on their asses fighting jihad. Like, wow, and you guys still suck. That's incredible. I mean, I'd understand like 70% of the men of a country like fighting a war just to win. But when you're still getting your ass rocked, I mean, that's a bad look. Like, that's embarrassing. Stop fighting. Do something productive. Try to figure out, you know, how to get internet, how to get running water, plumbing, electricity. Maybe then you guys could compete with the Jews, but as of now, I mean, they should feel ashamed. They should feel ashamed. They should be embarrassed for being terrible at what they're doing with their lives. They're going to throw away their lives and generations of lives to fight the Jews, to do a suicide bombing, to do a car bomb, to try to, shoot people that has like no military power whatsoever. I mean, you can make all the car bombs you want. You can do all the terrorist attacks you want that has no military value. You're not getting anything for the people you're killing. You're just pissing off Israel and the West, and they have so much money and so many weapons and advantages and tactics that you have no idea about, that you're really just stupid for doing that shit. So that's really all I got to say about the war and global politics for now. I'm going to wrap it up here because I'm approaching the 53-minute time limit. So goodbye, everyone. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you all tomorrow with another therapy vlog. And for the CIA, I know you're watching. Bless me with something. Thank you. That's all.